don't know if there's just too many changes right now, but you might have noticed or not noticed that my clothes changed and maybe the lighting changed as well. If you didn't notice, go back and compare the last two scenes. And you'll see that in one scene I was wearing pants and a different colored shirt. In the next scene I'm wearing shorts and this shirt. So if you didn't notice, this is just a fun little Easter egg. It's called attentional blindness, and it's just something that happens when we're watching something or we're seeing something and we're not really fully paying attention to what's going on. So back to the work, just thought you might enjoy that little tidbit. So now that I've got quite a few piles laid out, I'm gonna spread them out and probably call it a day for today. Well, there's plenty of work left for tomorrow, but I'm pleased with the progress I made today. I got quite a bit of the gravel laid down, and we finally have all the pieces in the back put together. So most of the perimeter of the house is only one piece of the weed cloth, but back here in the corner, and I'll show you, it has three pieces because of how large it is. I figured I would just gravel that whole section off, even though it's a larger space than what I had planned on doing for most of the house, because it's just a great little place. It's more, we don't go back there ever, it's more closed off, so whatever I can do to hopefully deter pests from going over there and setting up shop. That is where we found one of the pests in a trap, so it should be not a problem anymore, but I don't want his cousins or friends or relatives stopping by either. So that's it for today, and we'll keep working on this tomorrow. So the last step in this process is to put the little border that I already had lying around. Basically, I had to dig this up all around the house, and I'm just putting it in a different spot and slightly at a different angle. I'm using more straight edges than curved, but this is going to help keep the pea gravel from slowly spilling over into the yard and getting pushed into the dirt. So I moved about 2 inches. I folded back the weed cover about 2 inches. I don't think it has to be perfect, just enough to basically create a small lip so that the pea gravel sits and doesn't go anywhere. If I was really trying to save this border for a long time, I would probably sand off the rust and repaint it. I could do that again in the future, but for now I'm just trying to get this project done, mostly so I can finish the video, but also, you know, it'll be nice to check it off my list and be able to move on to other things. So for right now, we're just gonna try to get to it. I've basically every, I don't know, 10 feet, maybe it's less, it separates, and so you have to kind of stack it. It's like this fun puzzle piece that if you had two people it'd be a lot easier to put together, but right now I only have myself, so I'm just gonna struggle, and hopefully there'll be some comedic value in that. But basically the top part, I could probably just pull the, I don't know, anchors, whatever you want to call them, the wedges. I could probably pull the wedges all the way out, but the way it's designed, the top one, the way it's designed, the top has to kind of go in second, and so the bottom obviously has to have the anchors attached. So that's going to be the tricky part, but since it's already like pre-sunk a little bit, hopefully it's manageable. So I'm talking enough. Let's try to do this. So hopefully this is a better angle to see everything. I started to put both the top piece and the bottom piece together, the whole row, and you can probably notice it's bowing out towards the beginning, so I'm going to try to straighten it and bring it back. And the nice thing is, at the very end I can just cut it off. So depending on how you're doing this, you could maybe use a hacksaw or something like that and either square it, or if you're going to use the whole piece, you could just curve it. That's how the previous owners had it, is the border just kind of curved and perfectly good. I just don't have a curved weed cover, and I'm not really looking to spend an extra 3 to however many hours trying to make it fit. Alright, talking too much. I think the next time it rains, I'm gonna hammer these down again. And for the final finishing touch, I'm just gonna put a row of bricks against the very end of it. Since I already have the bricks, might as well. Maybe I'll put the border in later, but we used to have a saying in the Marines, good enough for government work. So that's what we're calling this. I'm just gonna lay some bricks across the edge of the border. I thought about if I wanted to use bricks or pavers or anything for the entire perimeter of this, and I decided that would probably not work effectively, especially since we already have all these supplies. So I'm just gonna use what I have and be thankful that I have it. I guess all that's left to do is to fill it in with gravel. I think you get the idea. I'll show you the finished product. But I'm not going to waste any more battery, I don't think, on this. So, thank you for watching. If you'd be so kind, please subscribe and like this. Leave a comment if you have any questions or thoughts. I appreciate and try to answer everything that you guys send. So thanks again for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.